Hi everyone. In the last video, we have discussed three main disadvantages of arrays. If you would like to go through the video, check out the description box. And now in this video, I am going to discuss how the memory is reused using the concept of linked list. If you observe the picture, there are 4 empty cells, whereas these 4 empty cells are not contiguous cells. So these 4 cells are not being used for arrays. So how to use these empty cells using the concept of linked list? Every cell has got a particular address in the memory. So in the same way, all the empty cells in the memory have some particular address. So let that address be some 1000 for example, and let the address of this cell be some 2000, let it be 3000, and this be 3000 some 4. As the name suggests that we will link all the empty cells inside the memory to form a linked list. So let the first node be represented as like this, and the particular address for this empty cell is 1000, which stores some value 6, and the next empty cell be this one, and the address is 2000, and the third cell address 3000, and the fourth cell 3004. So the starting address node is 1000, address is 1000. So we are linking each and every empty cell like this. In the same way, all the nodes, all the empty cells are linked like this. For suppose if this is the last node, it doesn't have any links further. So it doesn't have any links further. So the first node is 1000, second node is 2000, 3000 and 3004. Each and every node is linked with a link. This is the link. So for suppose if we store some 6 data in this node, that is stored in this cell, and the second node contains some 8, third cell contains some 2, fourth cell contains some 9. In the case of arrays, as it is a contiguous memory allocation, each and every node will have the particular next node address next to it, because it is contiguous memory allocation. For suppose if the node address is some 9000, it is 9004, some 9008 and so on. The compiler knows that as array is contiguous memory allocation, all the elements stored in the memory are next to each other. But whereas in linked list, as it is not contiguous memory allocation, each and every node must have some information about the next empty cell node, which can be represented, which can be referred by using the address of particular cell. So for suppose if this is the initial node, this node should have an idea about the next empty cell node. So this address this 2000 must be stored in the first node. So 2000. The compiler checks the data and verifies the address of next node in the particular current cell. For suppose if this is 2000, then the compiler goes to the 2000 address in the memory to refer some 8 data. And again, after 8, the node is 2. So the compiler should have some information about this empty cell 2. So 3000 is stored in the previous node 8. In the same way, here it stores the address of the next node 3004. And after this 9, the last node, there is no other empty node in the memory. That's why here in the second part it doesn't store any address. So this is referred as null. In some textbooks it is represented as X mark in that box, and in some textbooks it will be like this. So here each and every empty cell consists of two partitions or two parts. The first partition stores the data, exact data, and the second partition stores the address of the next node or the address of next node which is linked to the previous node. Okay, now this is the concept of linked list, linking each and every empty cell to reuse it. What if the first node is not known to the compiler? It doesn't have any information about 8, 2 and 9. First, that means as each and every node are having some information about the next upcoming node, in the same way the compiler should have information about the initial starting node. So the initial starting address must be stored in some particular address. This is what we refer to as header node. Header node. So the compiler will have information about the header node address. From the header node address, it will refer to the coming nodes. And this is how the memory wastage can be overcome. So this one. And coming to the next two disadvantages I have explained in the previous video are inserting an item in any position in the array and deleting an item any position in the array. For suppose if I want to delete this node, the second node, there is no need to shift all the elements which are in the right hand side of the linked list. Just simply we will store or we will assign the link to the next node. That is, the address of 3000 will be stored in the initial node. That's it. So here in arrays we don't have any option to delete an element in the middle of the array without moving the other elements. In array we have space complexity issue in both the disadvantages, but here we don't have any time complexity issue in the concept of linked list. Directly we will remove the element and we will store the address of the next node in the first node. That's it. No need to shift all the elements to the left hand side while deleting. And if you want to insert any element in between these two elements, this concept I will brief you in the next video, but just for the knowledge of time complexity issue I am just telling, while if you want to insert the element in between these two elements, these two nodes, directly we will link the nodes. No need to shift all the elements to the right hand side. In this way all these three disadvantages are being overcome in the concept of linked lists. Thank you.